Scattered across Italy's portion of the Mediterranean lie a series of meticulously crafted sanctuaries where natural beauty meets unlimited resources, creating environments that transcend conventional luxury. These Italian purpose-built paradises represent the apex of modern exclusivity, where tech billionaires abandon their smartphones, where cryptocurrency fortunes mingle with centuries-old banking dynasties, and where the world's most connected individuals pay premium prices for disconnection. Here, merger deals worth billions are negotiated over morning cappuccinos, where hedge fund titans conduct conference calls from beach cabanas, and where industrial dynasties plan succession strategies between tennis matches. In an era of relentless visibility, these enclaves offer the ultimate commodity: invisibility. Today, we explore how Italy's most exclusive coastal sanctuaries operate as modern-day fortresses against fame, and why the world's wealthiest individuals pay astronomical sums not to be seen, recognized, or remembered. The world contains places so exclusive that money alone cannot guarantee entry. Locations where even billionaires occasionally get rejected at the door. Along Sardinia's northeastern shore lies such a kingdom. 35 kilometers of pristine coastline transformed from barren wilderness into Europe's most expensive real estate through one prince's extraordinary vision. In today's episode, we reveal Italy's most exclusive sanctuary, a billionaire enclave hidden in plain sight, where architectural discipline meets unlimited resources, and where the world's wealthiest individuals find something increasingly precious: privacy within paradise. If exclusivity were a currency, Porto Cervo would make Monaco look like a bargain bin at your local discount store. The crown jewel of Sardinia's famed Costa Smeralda attracts wealth with magnetic force, creating a category so elite that billionaires occasionally check their bank balances twice. Along this 35-kilometer stretch of pristine Sardinian coastline, the Mediterranean Sea transforms into an artist's palette, painting daily spectacles of sapphire and emerald hues that give the coast its evocative name. Here, in this purpose-built paradise, berths at the marina exceed the cost of luxury homes elsewhere, with space for 700 boats, including 60 dedicated superyacht slots for vessels that arrive each summer with helicopter pads aboard. Property values in Romazzino Bay command €300,000 per square meter, establishing it as Europe's most expensive real estate market, where walk-in closets cost more than entire luxury apartments in Rome or Milan. The Pitrizza, Romazzino, and Cala di Volpe hotels consistently rank among the 10 most expensive accommodations worldwide, offering presidential suites that cost per night what many Europeans earn in half a year. When Steven Spielberg's yacht, Seven Seas, docks near Eclipse, oligarch Roman Abramovich's 528-foot floating palace, alongside the Sultan of Oman's Al Said, the harbour becomes a floating exhibition of wealth exceeding £1 billion. Porto Cervo maintains a human scale despite its outsized reputation, housing a permanent population of 421 residents who witness the seasonal influx of global plutocrats and their marine treasures. The village stands apart from any Mediterranean competitor, representing a vision where extravagance meets restraint, and every architectural element serves both aesthetics and harmony with nature. The structures communicate wealth through subtlety rather than ostentation. Meticulously designed low-rise buildings in muted Mediterranean tones blend into the landscape with calculated modesty. At the epicenter of this privileged enclave stands the Billionaire Club, launched by Formula One maestro Flavio Briatore in 1998, creating theatrical displays where champagne cascades like waterfalls when patrons order 10 bottles, complete with fireworks. Summer transforms the village dramatically as celebrities, royalty, fashion icons, tech entrepreneurs, and industrial tycoons arrive, creating perhaps the world's highest concentration of wealth per square meter, with helicopter arrivals occurring with taxi-like frequency. Porto Cervo distinguishes itself through meticulous preservation, protecting the natural beauty that attracted its founders while delivering unparalleled luxury experiences. While much of the Mediterranean shore succumbed to concrete high-rises during tourism booms, Porto Cervo enforced architectural discipline that created an environment appearing to emerge organically from the rugged Sardinian terrain. Walking through pristine marble piazzas or along the quayside where vessels worth hundreds of millions rest at anchor, visitors experience the rarest of luxury commodities, exceptional taste, working in harmony with extraordinary wealth. The unwritten social code demands discretion above all, creating the Mediterranean's anti-Las Vegas, where everything happens quietly, elegantly, and without public documentation. Porto Cervo represents a unique creation story, conjured from barren coastline 60 years ago into perhaps the most meticulously crafted luxury resort on Earth. The story begins with a young visionary who forever changed luxury tourism, Prince Karim Aga Khan IV. The year was 1958, when Prince Karim Aga Khan IV first encountered what locals called Monte di Mola, a wild, untouched stretch of northeastern Sardinian coastline destined to redefine global luxury. At merely 22 years old, the Harvard-educated spiritual leader of the world's Ismaili Muslims arrived after a 4-hour trek along mule trails to find an investment property lacking basic amenities. No paved roads, no electricity, no running water. Sardinian stories recount how the prince initially considered the purchase a miscalculation, yet everything changed when he returned the following summer aboard his yacht. Viewing the coastline from the sea transformed his perspective completely. From offshore, the young Aga Khan perceived unlimited potential in the pristine landscape, a blank canvas for creating an exclusive resort that would welcome varied financial brackets, as he explained in a 1964 interview intended for wallets of all sizes. On March 14, 1962, the prince gathered with lawyer Mario Altea di Tempio and a select group of investors to formally establish the Consorzio Costa Smeralda, committing 5,000 acres of uninhabited terrain to a revolutionary luxury concept. While developers elsewhere constructed concrete monoliths along Mediterranean coastlines, the Aga Khan enacted rigorous architectural guidelines that protected the natural beauty, mandating buildings conform to the mountainous landscape rather than imposing upon it. His revolutionary construction codes limited structures to low-rise profiles with pastel color palettes rather than stark white facades, with every building first modeled in wire to verify environmental harmony before construction began. Swiss-French designer Jacques Quel collaborated with Italian architect Luigi Vietti to pioneer a Mediterranean village aesthetic, combining traditional Sardinian elements with innovative approaches that birthed the signature Costa Smeralda architectural language. Vietti, credited with naming the Emerald Coast, crafted both Porto Cervo village and Serbiat villas for the prince's personal use, selecting premium materials and classical forms that achieved a timeless balance between historical reference and contemporary function. The Quel dynasty, Father Jacques and son Savin, applied their sculpture-architecture fusion philosophy, incorporating local granite, traditional woods, and unconventional materials like wire, while engaging regional artisans for detailed craftsmanship. Their crowning achievement, Hotel Cala di Volpe, epitomizes the Porto Cervo contradiction. Externally mimicking a modest fishing village while housing ultra-modern luxury interiors, establishing the signature contrast that defines the resort's unique character. The Aga Khan's environmental foresight surpassed mere aesthetics. He explicitly prohibited shoreline construction, preserving pristine beaches decades before conservation became standard practice in coastal development. Transportation infrastructure expanded rapidly, with the Aga Khan founding Alisada Airline, later renamed Meridiana, in 1963, followed by Olbia Costa Smeralda Airport 4 years later to connect his creation with global destinations. The comprehensive development strategy included specialized divisions: Stegs handling water systems and engineering, Porto Cervo Spa managing port development, while a dedicated woodworking facility on a Porto Cervo hillside ensured architectural details met exacting standards. Though managing global business empires and spiritual leadership responsibilities, the Aga Khan maintained hands-on involvement, presiding over 7 a.m. board meetings at the tennis club during his monthly visits. The resulting creation transcended conventional resort development, achieving harmony between luxury and landscape, where aesthetic integrity commanded equal importance to profitability. This transformation of barren terrain into a naturally integrated luxury enclave established a pioneering model for sustainable development, contrasting sharply with unbridled construction that characterized other Mediterranean destinations. The Aga Khan's audacious experiment would surpass even his expectations, becoming the premier destination for global elites and redefining luxury tourism for generations to come. As the 1970s dawned, Porto Cervo had solidified its position as a luxury destination without peer, drawing European aristocracy, industrial magnates, and celebrities seeking both hedonism and privacy. The Aga Khan's ambitious vision had materialized into an enclave for the privilege that balanced exclusivity with authenticity, an especially impressive achievement considering its creation within a single decade. Yacht Club Costa Smeralda, established in 1967, rapidly ascended to become the Mediterranean's premier sailing organization, positioning Porto Cervo as the undisputed hub of elite yachting with prestigious regattas attracting royal sailing enthusiasts from across Europe. Fiat Patriarch Gianni Agnelli, known throughout Italy as L'Avvocato and a personal friend of the Aga Khan, brought his influential social circle, including fashion designers who would eventually open boutiques along Porto Cervo's elegant marble promenades. The 1980s witnessed critical expansion with the creation of Porto Cervo Marina, complementing the original harbour, rechristened Porto Vecchio, with cutting-edge facilities designed specifically for the growing armada of superyachts descending upon the Emerald Coast each season. This marina transcended its functional purpose to become the social heart of the community, where titans of industry and heirs to fortunes gathered at waterfront establishments strategically positioned to capture the dramatic Sardinian sunsets. Porto Cervo cultivated a rare atmosphere of protected exclusivity, where high-profile guests enjoyed freedom from media intrusion. Business leaders conducted discreet negotiations over extended meals, and aristocratic lineages socialized comfortably with self-made billionaires. The flagship hotels, Cala di Volpe, Pitrizza, and Romazzino, emerged as luxury icons in their own right, pioneering service standards that competitors scrambled to emulate, while their distinctive architectural profiles became instantly recognizable status symbols. When Pevereux Golf Club unveiled its championship course in 1972, it added a crucial sporting dimension to the resort, threading through the aromatic macchia, whose distinctive Mediterranean fragrance became an olfactory signature of the Porto Cervo experience. Throughout its growth phases, the Consorzio Costa Smeralda exercised unwavering oversight of all development, enforcing architectural cohesion and environmental protection with a vigilance that preserved the founding aesthetic principles. Meticulous attention extended to seemingly minute details, burying electrical cables underground rather than installing overhead lines that would disrupt views, and carefully choreographing pathways to reveal breathtaking vistas at calculated intervals. The summer residents gradually established distinctive social patterns and traditions: sunset aperitivos, marathon dinner parties, yacht hopping during regattas, creating an exclusive seasonal community with unwritten but strictly observed protocols. Strategic limitation of accommodation inventory preserved the resort's exclusivity despite its growing international reputation, deliberately maintaining scarcity that ensured continual excess demand and prevented any risk of overcrowding. Porto Cervo demonstrated a unique capacity for evolution that preserved its fundamental character, introducing new attractions and facilities that enhanced the experience without compromising its essential identity. By the early 1990s, the resort occupied an unassailable position atop the global luxury pyramid, symbolizing something beyond wealth alone: discerning taste, cultural sophistication, and membership in a global community of connoisseurs. The meticulously crafted paradise still lacked a singular element to secure its dominance in the approaching millennium: a high-energy social venue that would complement the resort's refined atmosphere with a dash of spectacle. This catalyst arrived in 1998 through an audacious Formula One personality who recognized Porto Cervo needed a club commensurate with its billionaire patronage, creating a space where extravagance knew no bounds and beautiful people could revel until sunrise. Summer 1998 witnessed Porto Cervo's landscape forever altered when Flavio Briatore, the charismatic Formula One manager behind Michael Schumacher's racing dominance, launched his bold enterprise, Billionaire Club. Described in the venue's promotional materials as demonstrating sixth sense and vision, Briatore established an entertainment complex that immediately captured the elite and international crowd gravitating around Porto Cervo, fundamentally transforming the resort's social dynamics. The establishment's brazen name reflected its creator's marketing savvy. Briatore selected Billionaire specifically because, as he explained, such provocative branding was not easy to forget, while delivering precisely the extravagant experience such nomenclature promised. Architecturally integrated into a traditional Mediterranean villa, strategically positioned on a hillside commanding views of Costa Smeralda's coastline, the club featured sophisticated multi-tiered spaces, including intimate alcoves and panoramic balconies surrounding an expansive central terrace. The venue gained immediate notoriety for its theatrical wealth displays. Ordering 10 champagne bottles simultaneously triggered dramatic drum rolls, pyrotechnic shows, and superhero theme songs, while beautiful patrons danced atop tables until daybreak. Celebrity magnetism became an essential element of the billionaire formula, with Briatore utilizing his extensive Formula One connections to ensure continuous star power that reinforce the club's aura of exclusivity and aspiration. Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, who maintained a substantial villa along the coast and counted Briatore among his close associates, frequented the establishment regularly, effectively turning Porto Cervo into an unofficial summer annex of Rome's political power structure. Controversy eventually shadowed the glittering venue. During 2012, Briatore made headlines by announcing the club's closure, publicly criticizing Mario Monti's technocrat administration for generating social hate through aggressive tax enforcement targeting luxury yacht owners. Briatore's frank assessment to Italian magazine Chi: "In Italy, if you have a big boat and you arrive in a port, you are seen as either a bandit or a thief," captured the growing tension between conspicuous affluence and public sentiment, occasionally clouding Porto Cervo's carefree atmosphere. The shutdown proved short-lived as Billionaire Club underwent strategic reinvention, gradually transitioning from pure nightclub toward Briatore's expanded Billionaire experience concept, blending upscale dining with theatrical entertainment, including professional dancers, vocalists, and acrobats. The 2020 pandemic forced additional adaptation when Briatore acknowledged that COVID-19 had permanently altered nightlife, declaring the traditional dance floor concept obsolete while expressing confidence that social connection would endure through modified formats. Billionaire Club epitomized Porto Cervo's broader transformation, expanding from the Aga Khan's original vision of architectural restraint toward more overt wealth celebration, mirroring global wealth patterns with new fortunes flowing from technology, financial engineering, and emerging markets. Ownership transitions paralleled these cultural shifts. American investor Tom Barrack acquired key assets through his Colony Capital vehicle in 2003 for approximately €290 million, including control of the marina, 4 signature hotels, and golf facilities. The internationalization continued when Qatar Holdings, the sovereign wealth operation of Qatar's royal family, bid for Smeralda Holdings' control, reflecting how Porto Cervo's audience had evolved from predominantly European aristocracy toward a global ultra-wealth community. Despite these structural and stylistic transformations, Porto Cervo preserved its fundamental appeal: the harmonious marriage between exceptional natural splendor and architectural refinement, creating an environment where global billionaires find stimulation alongside serenity. Modern challenges inevitably emerged. Climate disruption brought increasingly extreme Mediterranean weather patterns with unprecedented temperature records and unpredictable storm systems, occasionally interrupting the meticulously orchestrated summer calendar. Cultural contradictions intensified between maintaining traditional privacy standards versus accommodating contemporary visibility expectations, a particularly delicate balance in an era dominated by social media documentation and instantaneous global information sharing. Six decades after Prince Karim Aga Khan IV first glimpsed potential in an undeveloped Sardinian shoreline, Porto Cervo stands as an unparalleled achievement in resort creation, where billionaires vie for marina access and real estate commands prices that shatter economic models. The minuscule settlement, housing a mere 421 permanent residents, transforms each summer with an armada of mega yachts collectively valued beyond £1 billion, attracting a global registry of wealth from software innovators to petroleum monarchs. Porto Cervo's enduring triumph stems from unwavering commitment to its founding ideology rather than constant renovation or expansion, preserving the Aga Khan's original mandate of landscape reverence, architectural coherence, and aesthetic restraint. While neighboring Mediterranean destinations succumbed to excessive construction, Porto Cervo maintained stringent development controls that safeguarded both exclusivity and environmental integrity, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where limited availability sustained premium pricing while preserving exceptional quality. The dual-harbour marina complex, comprising historic Porto Vecchio alongside contemporary Porto Cervo Marina, accommodates 700 vessels, including 60 designated superyacht berths, functioning as the resort's central social exchange where global plutocrats display nautical masterpieces each season. Contemporary Porto Cervo presents a fascinating contradiction, ranking among Earth's most financially prohibitive locations while maintaining an atmosphere of timelessness, where modern excess meets architectural discipline against a backdrop of pristine natural splendor. The prestigious yacht club Costa Smeralda maintains its international sailing prominence by hosting elite competitions, including the September Rolex Cup and June's Loro Piana Super Yacht Regatta, temporarily transforming the harbour into an exhibition of the world's finest sailing vessels. Retail luxury has elevated from supplementary amenity to essential attraction, with Via Camarel showcasing flagship boutiques from prestigious fashion houses including Louis Vuitton, Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel, Hermès, Dior, Valentino, and Ferragamo, many creating exclusive collections. The landmark hotels that established Porto Cervo's early reputation, Cala di Volpe, Pitrizza, and Romazzino, continue commanding premium positions among global accommodation rankings, their pioneering designs now considered definitive references for Mediterranean resort architecture. Flavio Briatore's entertainment portfolio has diversified beyond the original Billionaire Club to encompass Crazy Pizza and additional ventures, solidifying his position as Porto Cervo's entertainment authority while continuously adapting to evolving preferences and circumstances. Real estate valuations contradict fundamental market principles, with Romazzino Bay properties fetching €300,000 per square metre, elevating homes beyond mere investments into rarefied status markers accessible exclusively to the financial stratosphere. Examining Porto Cervo 60 years after inception reveals an extraordinary fulfillment of its creator's intent, transcending commercial success to achieve genuine environmental stewardship that enhances rather than exploits its natural setting. The Aga Khan's forward-thinking development philosophy, implementing architectural guidelines, protecting shorelines from construction, requiring landscape integration, anticipated contemporary environmental priorities decades before sustainability entered mainstream consciousness. Strategic questions surround Porto Cervo's future trajectory. Will its exclusivity endure amid expanding global wealth distribution? Can its environmental balance withstand accelerating climate disruption? Will its restrained aesthetic satisfy digital-era visitors accustomed to immediate gratification? Porto Cervo's historical adaptability while maintaining core identity suggests a promising path forward, introducing contemporary amenities and experiences without compromising fundamental principles that distinguish it from luxury competitors. The resort's ultimate contribution may transcend its role as affluent sanctuary to serve as prototype for environmentally conscious development, demonstrating how human habitation can complement natural settings rather than overwhelm them. Lucky visitors experience a rare perspective where financial constraints disappear but aesthetic judgment prevails, where billion-dollar vessels and designer boutiques somehow become secondary to nature's simple pleasures, Mediterranean sunsets illuminating perfectly proportioned hills. Believe it or not, the most powerful people in the world spend their summers in a town you've probably never heard of. And, while Saint-Tropez and Capri dominate travel magazines, billionaires quietly slip away to Forte Dei Marmi, a discreet Tuscan coastal haven where maritime pines shield Roma Imperiale's €20 million villas from prying eyes. You see, tour typical luxury destinations broadcast wealth through flashy marinas and celebrity sightings. Forte Dei Marmi operates by different rules entirely. Conspicuous inconspicuousness reigns supreme, where industrial titans worth billions pedal bicycles to morning espresso. Tech moguls queue for gelato alongside locals, and old-money European families maintain beach cabanas passed through 5 generations. Therefore, in today's episode of So Luxury Travel, we decode the subtle signifiers and unwritten protocols of one Europe's most exclusive summer sanctuaries. In the shadow of the dramatic Apuan Alps, where Michelangelo once sourced his marble for immortal masterpieces, lies an unassuming stretch of Tuscan coastline that has quietly transformed into one of the world's most exclusive summer sanctuaries for the ultra-wealthy. Forte dei Marmi, with its pine-shaded streets and discreet villas hidden behind tall hedges, represents luxury's ultimate expression, a place where billions in collective wealth remain largely invisible to the casual observer. Industrial dynasties, tech magnates, and old-money European aristocrats have mastered the art of conspicuous inconspicuousness in this coastal haven where billionaires pedal bicycles through town and wealth operates by unwritten codes. The town's most prestigious district, Roma Imperiale, showcases magnificent villas concealed behind lush vegetation and security gates. Properties here command up to €14,000 per square metre, with ultra-luxury estates fetching over €20 million, exceeding price points in metropolitan centres like Milan and Rome. Arriving via helicopter at the town's dedicated helipad near Roma Imperiale, where services offer seamless transfers from international airports, one immediately senses the distinctive character that separates Forte dei Marmi from other luxury enclaves. Walking through peaceful avenues lined with maritime pines and verdant gardens reveals architectural masterpieces ranging from historic mansions to ultra-modern designs, typically featuring expansive grounds, private swimming pools, and often direct beach access. The defining characteristic of this neighborhood, the crown jewel of Forte dei Marmi's real estate market, is its absolute privacy. Along the immaculate coastline, social hierarchies manifest subtly through membership at the right bagno, or beach club. Among the most prestigious stands, Bagno Alpemare, owned by renowned tenor Andrea Bocelli, offering private beach tents and gourmet cuisine focusing on biodynamic ingredients. Equally exclusive is Augustus Beach Club, featuring 74 fully equipped tents with exceptional service and the acclaimed Bambisa restaurant. What unites these establishments is their stringent exclusivity. Securing membership requires connections, substantial wealth, and often family history, as many cabanas pass through generations, creating an unspoken social registry of European wealth. The town centre features a pedestrianised core filled with high-end boutiques from prestigious fashion houses, many creating limited edition collections specifically for their Forte dei Marmi locations. The Wednesday market remains a venerable institution, essentially functioning as an open-air luxury boutique where high-quality Italian-made products draw discriminating shoppers. Evening transforms the town's rhythm as the social scene shifts to elegant restaurants and select night spots, including La Capanina di Franceschi, an iconic establishment founded in 1929 that has hosted European royalty and international celebrities throughout its history. Behind these walls of discretion and beneath the canopy of maritime pines lies a world where power and influence gather each summer. A sanctuary where the true currency is not what one displays, but what one conceals. The history of Forte dei Marmi begins not with tourism, but with commerce, specifically the transportation of precious marble extracted from nearby Apuan Alps, the same legendary stone Michelangelo personally selected for his immortal masterpieces. The town's very name, which translates directly to Fort of the Marbles, reflects its utilitarian origins as a shipping point for the region's most valuable natural resource rather than the playground for the privileged it would eventually become. The pivotal moment in Forte dei Marmi's early development occurred between 1785 and 1788, when Grand Duke Pietro Leopoldo I of Habsburg-Lorraine constructed the Fortino, a compact fortress designed to defend valuable marble shipments from pirate raids along the Tyrrhenian coast. This modest fortification, standing today in the central town square as living testament to these humble beginnings, would become the symbolic heart of a settlement that gradually expanded from utilitarian outpost to seaside retreat for the discerning few. The first residential structures began appearing around the fortress in the early 1800s, with Forte dei Marmi functioning administratively as part of neighboring Pietrasanta, while developing its own identity as a crucial node in the seagoing marble trade. The town's commercial infrastructure expanded significantly with the construction of the iconic pier, Pontil, between 1876 and 1877, built specifically to expedite marble loading operations. Tourism in Forte dei Marmi commenced in the late 18th century, though for decidedly pragmatic rather than hedonistic purposes. Wealthy inland families visited primarily for health benefits, believing in the therapeutic properties of sea air and sand baths. A crucial administrative milestone arrived in 1914 when Forte dei Marmi officially separated from Pietrasanta and achieved status as an autonomous commune, coinciding with accelerated development as an increasingly fashionable destination. The true catalyst transforming Forte dei Marmi into an exclusive luxury destination came in the 1920s, when Giovanni Agnelli, the legendary founder of Fiat and patriarch of one of Italy's most powerful industrial dynasties, selected the town for his summer residence. The Roma Imperiale district, now the town's most exclusive neighborhood, derives its imperial name from the cooperative Anonima Roma Imperiale, which acquired substantial landholdings in the 1920s and subdivided the area into parcels sold to affluent vacationers. The district's sophisticated urban design came from Florentian architect Giovanni Michelucci, who created a harmonious plan characterized by generous plots accommodating stately villas constructed in varied architectural styles. No account of Forte dei Marmi's transformation would be complete without acknowledging La Capanina di Franceschi, founded in 1929 by Achille Franceschi as a modest beach hut. The establishment immediately attracted distinguished clientele. While Forte dei Marmi had steadily consolidated its position since the 1920s, the period of 1950s and 60s marked its golden age, when numerous powerful Italian industrial families established impressive villas within Roma Imperiale's pine forests. The small fortress built to protect marble shipments now stands as silent witness to a profound transformation, from industrial outpost to the most expensive square footage in Italy. where industrial dynasties and global financiers battle discreetly for inclusion in a club that never advertises its membership. Furthermore, Forte dei Marmi offers wealthy visitors a sophisticated palette of experiences that blend natural splendor with quintessential Italian elegance and world-class amenities. The town's seasonal rhythm defines the experience, with July and August representing peak season when the concentration of ultra-high net worth individuals reaches its zenith, while the shoulder seasons of May, June and September provide a more relaxed atmosphere while maintaining exceptional service standards. The pristine beaches form the centerpiece of Forte dei Marmi's appeal, with nearly 100 private beach clubs, or bagni, lining the coast and offering luxury amenities that transcend the simple umbrella and lounger formula typical of Mediterranean resorts. Augustus Beach Club exemplifies this elevated approach with 74 elegant gazebos equipped with premium furnishings, a heated saltwater swimming pool, and attentive staff who anticipate guests' needs before they're expressed. Bagno Alpemare, owned by the Bocelli family, takes a different approach with 48 exclusive tents rather than traditional umbrellas, creating intimate private spaces complemented by a restaurant serving biodynamic cuisine. Twiga Beach Club introduces a more cosmopolitan energy with its distinctive animal print decor and famous giraffe entrance, transforming from sophisticated daytime relaxation venue to one of the area's most vibrant night spots after sunset. Despite its reputation for leisurely luxury, Forte dei Marmi offers abundant opportunities for active pursuits on water, with sailing instruction and yacht charters available, while the town's consistent waves have established it as an unexpectedly excellent destination for surfing. For golf enthusiasts, the Vasilia Golf Resort in nearby Pietrasanta presents an exclusive 18-hole course situated between the Tyrrhenian Sea and Apuan Alps. Tennis devotees find exceptional facilities throughout the area, with Forte dei Marmi boasting the highest concentration of tennis courts relative to territorial size in Italy. The crystalline waters offshore provide perfect conditions for luxury boating experiences, with prestigious hotels offering exclusive yacht charter services, featuring vessels ranging from elegant sailing yachts to opulent motor cruisers, complete with professional crew and gourmet chefs. For the ultra-wealthy, Forte dei Marmi facilitates seamless sky-to-sea transitions with premium aviation services, including a dedicated helipad enabling direct helicopter access to other glamorous Mediterranean destinations. Forte dei Marmi has established itself as an open-air luxury shopping paradise, with a concentration of high-end boutiques rivaling much larger fashion capitals. A quintessential local shopping experience is the prestigious weekly market held year-round on Wednesdays in Piazza Marconi, featuring carefully selected vendors offering premium cashmere, artisanal leather goods, and handcrafted products. While yachts glitter in harbors from Monaco to Porto Cervo, Forte dei Marmi's elite pursue a different form of status entirely: the privilege of anonymity in a world where privacy has become the ultimate luxury, more precious than any object wealth can acquire. Forte dei Marmi commands a distinctive position in Italy's luxury destination hierarchy, standing as the most expensive seaside resort in the country, with average real estate prices exceeding €2 million, significantly outpacing comparable prestigious locations and establishing the town as the undisputed financial pinnacle of Italian coastal properties. The Roma Imperial district represents the absolute zenith of this extraordinary market, with property values reaching up to €14,000 per square metre and creating a rarefied environment where only the world's most affluent individuals can participate. What distinguishes Forte dei Marmi's real estate landscape from competing luxury destinations is the prevalence of detached villas, which comprise an astonishing 84% of its luxury property offerings, compared to just 50% in Capri and approximately 20% in other premier Italian seaside resorts. This statistical anomaly reflects Forte dei Marmi's unique positioning as a sanctuary for privacy-seeking ultra-high-net-worth individuals who prioritize seclusion and expansive living environments rather than centralized locations or prominent visibility. In comparison, Portofino, with its picturesque harbor setting and global name recognition, maintains average property prices between €800,000 and €1 million, positioning it below Forte dei Marmi despite its considerable international prestige and deliberately limited property inventory. Capri holds second position in Italy's coastal property hierarchy with average prices around €1,400,000, its exclusivity enhanced by its island setting that naturally restricts accessibility and creates physical separation from mainland distractions and complications. Porto Cervo, the crown jewel of Sardinia's Costa Smeralda, features real estate prices averaging approximately €540,000, though its ultra-prime waterfront properties reach extraordinary valuations, with some villas commanding €30,000 per square metre. Forte dei Marmi attracts a carefully balanced blend of domestic and international wealthy clientele, historically favoured by Italian industrial aristocracy and affluent families from Milan and Florence, while recent years have witnessed increasing international diversity, enhancing its cosmopolitan character. Recent visitor statistics reveal international travellers constitute approximately 66% of Forte dei Marmi's tourists, with Americans leading at 32% of total visitors, followed by Swiss nationals and wealthy visitors from Arab nations. What truly distinguishes Forte dei Marmi's clientele is its pronounced family orientation. Many visitors represent multi-generational entrepreneurial families, medical professionals, attorneys, and business leaders who return year after year, typically owning or renting private villas rather than utilizing hotel accommodations. This pattern contrasts sharply with Portofino, where international tourists represent an overwhelming 92% of visitors, with Italians comprising just 8%, and where the clientele tends toward transients, with average stays of merely 2.4 days, compared to Forte dei Marmi's more extended residency patterns. Capri demonstrates similar international dominance, with 84% foreign visitors and 16% Italian guests, appealing to both traditional jet-setters and younger affluent travelers, attracted by its potent combination of natural beauty, luxury amenities, and vibrant social opportunities. Porto Cervo exhibits the longest average visitor stays at 5.5 days, with international travelers comprising approximately 80% of its clientele, drawing significant numbers of Northern European and British visitors attracted by its established reputation and world-class marina facilities, catering to superyacht owners. Within Italy's coastal jewels, Forte dei Marmi shines not with the brightest glare, but with the most concentrated value. A sanctuary where eight-figure property transactions occur without fanfare, and where old European fortunes mingle with new global wealth in a dance of discretion choreographed over generations. Forte dei Marmi boasts an exceptional concentration of culinary excellence, within its compact 9-square-kilometre territory, with multiple Michelin-starred establishments and sophisticated dining venues, cementing its reputation as a gastronomic paradise for the global elite. Bistro, belying its modest name, presents a sophisticated fine dining experience operated by the Vaiani family and featuring 2 wood-fired ovens utilized for baking artisanal breads and preparing specialty dishes that honor Tuscan traditions. Lorenzo, celebrating over 40 years as a culinary institution, pairs exceptional seafood with an evolving collection of contemporary art that changes regularly throughout the restaurant, creating a multi-sensory experience. Lux Lucis, located on the panoramic rooftop of Hotel Principe Forte Dei Marmi, offers stunning views of the Apuan Alps and Tyrrhenian Sea and was named Best Dining Experience by Condé Nast through its exceptional culinary program. La Magnolia, nestled within the elegant Hotel Byron, provides poolside dining with sea views, creating a relaxed yet refined atmosphere where guests enjoy creative preparations, highlighting premium local ingredients. Beyond traditional restaurants, the town features exclusive members-only dining establishments, including the Sopra Club, an exquisitely designed and furnished private space hosting cultural offerings alongside sophisticated Epicurean experiences. The FDM Arts Club functions as a private cultural hub and social networking venue reserved primarily for members, opening to non-members only on Wednesdays and creating an exclusive environment for influential visitors and residents. Dacha Beach represents perhaps the most exclusive dining option, an ultra-private beach club owned by Russian magnate Oleg Tinkov that remains reserved exclusively for guests of the associated Dacha Guest House, ensuring absolute privacy. The town's beach clubs feature notable culinary programs, including Alpamara Beach Club, where the Bocelli family has created a biodynamic restaurant reinventing traditional Vasilian recipes through innovative combinations of local ingredients. Bagno Gilda specializes in exceptional seafood and daily caught fish, prepared according to Vasilian traditions using seasonal ingredients that showcase the richness of Tuscany's agricultural bounty alongside Mediterranean offerings. Augustus Beach Club's acclaimed Bambasa restaurant serves creative fish cuisine complemented by select Tuscan meat dishes, while Dalmasia Beach Club restaurant benefits from the supervision of chef Valentino Casanelli from Michelin-starred Lux Lucis. Evening entertainment centers around sophisticated venues, including the 67 Sky Lounge Bar atop Hotel Principe Forte Dei Marmi, offering panoramic vistas encompassing the entire Vasilia coastline, Apuan Alps, and Tyrrhenian Sea. La Capanina di Franceschi, approaching its centennial anniversary since its 1929 founding, continues as Forte dei Marmi's iconic nightlife destination, hosting generations of European aristocracy, industrial leaders, and international celebrities. Twiga, located in adjacent Marina di Pietrasanta, transforms from daytime beach club to evening entertainment complex, offering dinner accompanied by live music, followed by performances from established DJs and international guest artists. Many wealthy regulars maintain multi-generational relationships with specific establishments, with some families patronizing the same venues for 3 or 4 generations, creating social continuity that transcends mere dining and establishes these venues as extensions of family tradition.